Okay, everybody, I know you're going to die to see this because this is fantastic. This is a proper Group B rally car, which is something you never see anywhere. And this is Ross Clark's car, and he's just standing by here beside me. He can talk about this much better than I can, so I'll let him tell you a little bit about it. So, how did you come across this one, Ross? You built it, right?
We built it. It was meant to always be a 1982 Group 4 replica. And then as we got into the project, we found that we could get all the pieces to build it into a Group B car. The crown jewel is the engine. That engine is 1985 built.
We'll walk around and we'll show you this as we're talking it.
1985 built to do the safari rally in Kenya. And it lasted 2 days there, and then the car had an accident, a crash. So the engine went back to Germany and was freshened up and put in the 1985 Juha Kankkunen car for 4,000 Lakes Rally in Finland. It finished that rally and then was freshened up again and sent to the Middle East to be run as a spare engine for Mohammed bin Salman, the Middle Eastern champion. So that's the history of the engine. It's engine number 111. Supplied to me by Gerd Dix in Germany. Most people know Dr. Gerd Dick. He was always in TTE from early 70s through to the 2002. It was a 5.5 year project building the car. We run a Toyota gearbox with Lampola dog box or straight cut gears in the gearbox, and a 5.1 limited slip diff TRD 8-inch diff.
Is it 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive?
2-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive.
Wow, they were pretty brave with this then.
Well, they got gazumped by Audi, of course, when Audi bought the Quattro out. But the claim to fame for this car really was the Kenyan Safari. It won it 3 years in a row.
Wow.
So, you know, an endurance and the Ivory Coast Rally also.
Which was really tough. They were tough,
really
tough rallies.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is something that nobody ever gets to see, really, inside a Group B car. I mean, incredible. The old trip meter in there as well.
Yeah.
And it would have been massively punishing doing those rallies back in the day.
Oh, very much. Yeah. Yeah. So the reliability was the thing about this car.
And he said it was about 400 and something horsepower?
Yeah, so this is running around about 13 to 14 pound boost, and which is very light for this engine. And it's a 2.1 litre 396 Evolution motor from Toyota Motorsport. For those in America, it's the same engine that Dan Gurney ran in the IMSA Toyota Celicas of the same era, early 80s. And they're the only two forms of motor racing that this engine ever found their way into. So
you see the oil cooler on there and the dry sump.
Yeah.
And the surge tank as well, which is that would be very useful in this. And that's a interesting battery. What's that? Like some kind of dry cell thing, is it?
Just a lightweight dry cell. Yeah.
You can see all the extra work and bracing that's gone into all these everywhere, you know. This car's actually road legal as well, incredibly.
Yeah. It has to be for rallying in New Zealand.
Really?
Well, because our touring stages between competition stages is usually on a public road. So.
Wow. And I bet it's quite sporty to drive.
It's rough. It's rough in the gearbox, rough on your ears with noise. We'll take it for a run. You'll see what I mean.
We're actually going to show you driving this, which is going to be quite entertaining. Are they power steering or anything, or nothing in these days?
They weren't in the factory cars, but because I'm over 60 years of age, I've got power steering.
Do you compete much with this, or is it just the show car now? Or
So in 2019, we were invited to Goodwood Festival of Speed in England,
which is a pretty amazing thing to
the
get
door
to.
card. So we sent it over to England, and I competed in Goodwood up in the rally stage and on the driveway. And then drove across to Germany and did the Eifel Rally in the Eifel district of Germany, a 3-day rally, and then sent it home. So that's really all I've done. I've done a few hill climbs and rally sprints, but that's all.
Didn't damage it at all in any of the rallies, or did it manage to make? Wow,
No.
you must be a hell of a
Couldn't be
driver.
try hard.
Wow, man. Well, that's a pretty amazing looking car. We'll just take it for a very quick drive in it, I guess, which will be entertaining for everybody. And I'll show you once we're inside it. Thanks. Okay, so it's going to be a bit noisy in here, but that's the way they are. I can't believe I've got in a Group B rally car on the roads. And you know, it's all caged in here. apologise for my use of Steadicam there, which is me just trying to brace the camera. going to show everybody quite where we are right now. So. Off the bonnet. That'll be the heat off the turbo on my side, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try and gracefully get out of here. I'm just going to point out to Mr. Ficarra, that is the easiest race car I've ever got in and out of. If you've ever tried to get into his Corona, it takes him like a form of artistry to get in and out. Well, that was one of my childhood dreams, sort of taken care of. That was just a Benz rear-wheel drive Group B rally car. I mean, what an amazing thing to see. Like, really. I said I'd show you some good stuff, but this is probably taking the biscuit. And just in case, there's another one in standard format right next door to it. What's your
one owner?
Yeah.
Family, in our family since brand new, in 1926 rugby tourer.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And it's been your family since.
Yeah.
Wow. Talk about one family owner. That's beautiful. Do you still drive it?
It will go. I just got to pump the tyres up, but it's not registered or.
They call these brass era cars? Because of the brass radiators and stuff?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
And your family's only from brand new?
Brand spanking new, yeah. 1926.
I don't know a lot about rugby's. What's the story behind it? Wow, look at the top
It's a
on it.
Durant.
It's a Durant.
It's made by Durant in the States, but they named them rugbies for the New Zealand, Australian, and I think the English market.
Yeah, I think they were called rugby's in
Yeah.
England, but I don't know a lot about the make at all.
And Durant was then bought out by Chevrolet, I think in 26, late 26, 27,
Wow.
around there.
This one's in beautiful condition. It looks all original too.
Yeah, it's completely original. It's a bit tired.
It's not tired.
Yeah.
Tired is a lot worse than this. Such a cool car. What engine's in them? A 4-cylinder?
This model is a 4-cylinder. It's the Continental 2.2 litre, I think. I don't know. 4-cylinder.
Wow. Wow. It's it still looks like I was going to say a modern flathead engine,
Yeah.
which is really quite cool. I don't understand any of these. This is way out of my ballpark, apart from the fact it's a flathead. That's the water pump, is it? Like a separate?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to sound like a stupid question. Is the carb where's the carb on them?
On the other side, but it's an updraft car.
Oh, so good. Wow.
Goes up.
Rather than downdraft.
Down.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a cool looking thing.
Open flywheel.
No. Whoa. There we go. I don't know if you can see this. Look at that. Imagine that. That's just like nothing to cover it at all. So if you accidentally drop something down there, you don't want to quickly put your hand in there when she's running, otherwise you'll get eaten. Yeah. And so on the water comes, it's not a thermal conduction because you've got a water pump in it, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And no temperature gauges or anything like that? Just a guesstimation, is it?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, no. No, you've got an oil pressure gauge and a amp meter. And a rolling barrel speedo by the looks of it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. What a cool car. Well, thanks very much to Ross for showing us the collection. Actually, while we're at it, I suppose we might as well do the other car in the front at some point in time. So I'll do one other car as well with you because it's such a cool place to be. But obviously the highlight is the Group B rally car. That's an amazing thing. Honestly, if you ever get the chance to be in one, it really is something. Okay, we're back with you in a minute.